Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to everyone in the world. This is, well, out there in Elite Dangerous Land anyway. This is CMDR Trium. And we're commencing once again today with another short round of gameplay. Today's been a very day. I've basically concluded my work day, so of course first thing I do when I get home from work is immediately log in and see what's going on in the year 3304, because that's what's most relevant to me, not to everyone else. Everyone else is stuck in the 21st century, but oh, for heaven's sake. Okay, let's have a look now at the galaxy map and see what's going on. Well, we're at the cusp of a new turn in the game. I still would, I'd really like to see some action from the Federation and the Empire with respect to the Thargoids and re-outfitted capital ships. Using smaller ships to deal with the Thargoid threat is not going to be effective in the long run. We need to bring those capital ships in here, if for no other reason than to support the smaller craft. And some, granted, they have done something with the rescue ships, but the rescue ships really aren't outfitted for battle. And the Farragut would need to be outfitted with docking bays, and so would the Majestic, of course. Majestic's actually a bit too small to be, I mean, it's barely in the class of a capital ship when one looks at it. Hopefully they're designing larger capital ships that have more capacity for delivering projecting force elsewhere in the galaxy. They're certainly going to need them if they ever want to take the battle to the Thargoids themselves, and that has not happened yet either. Anyway. Let's take a look at the galaxy map again here. We're in the Indra sector, Hotel Romeo 1185 in the Pleiades cluster. As you can see, we still have our two burning star bases at Maya Merope. They'll be repaired undergoing repair following tomorrow's game turning. We also have a couple of human players with which we have been acquainted. At Jupali, I believe we have Soapy Knight, and at Sun 2, who we got here? Commander Nanhat. Haven't heard from him in a while. Nothing else is going on that we haven't already covered before. We have a mission or two we're going to have to finish off. In HR 1185. And we'll get started with that this evening. They're both on the same planet. Specifically, there's a system map. These are planetary SRV missions requiring scanning of the data point. and it is an icy body. I don't feel that we need... Let's go to Starport Services. Let's see if we have any hardware here we can leverage. Probably not, but... In the passenger lounge, we have nobody and nothing that we care about at the moment. Let's go to outfitting. Stored modules. We have, oh my goodness, we do have some hardware here. Have the Xeno scanner, can be here in 7 minutes. And there are 2 spacecraft capital ships. One's a refueling ship. The other one is a science vessel. Both have been attacked by the Thargoids and left damage in planetary orbit, so we'll transfer that equipment to this station. And we'll transfer the automated field maintenance unit here as well. We can bring our AX multi-cannons and missile racks here as well. Let's have a look at the livery. We have a chrome paint job. The ship name is the Quantica. That's Trade Entrepreneur and Explorer Ranger, and those are the up-to-date ranks. So, I'm back. Oh, there was one other thing I want to look at here. Let's see here. We have none of the special limpets here. We do the repair limpets. The hatch breaker limpets. Kind of curious what happens when you have dual consoles on here. Like which limpet do you get when you have two sets of limpets armed? How much is a repair limpet? 194,000 credits. I just don't know. Dock, computer, discovery. Well, we're 1 minute away from having our Huh. Ay, 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 ay. Check a Galnet while we're waiting. Aluminium. Wow, those look like they might be in Pennsylvania. Let's just have a look here. Well, isn't that interesting? Thargoid sensor interference. They're getting ready for an attack in the Colonia cluster. Oh no. Thargoid activity is now being reported for the very first time, as far as I know, in the neighborhood, well, in the Hercules sector, near 25 new 2 Draconis. That is extremely worrisome. Wow. Wonder what that means for the future. I'm sure it's nothing good. Economy class cabin. Browsing the shop? No. Back. We want to transfer. AFMU. Transfer to the ship. Commit the transfer. We've lost our passenger support capability, but we now have the capacity for remote repair, if we wish it. Okay, departing the Indra. Very worrisome development in the Hercules sector. I'm guessing this is station well, this is a starship, so this would be the bridge, I would guess.
Frameship charge detected. Flight assist off. Target shields offline. Flight assist on.
There's a hostile activity here. Not detecting any ships. That's interesting. Let's engage our engine.
Drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to execute a parabolic course around the direct space lane between the two stars. And we'll see what we get. Oh, I don't quite know what that was, but of course we're looking at Barnard's Loop here, that's some ways off. HR 1185 system. Approaching 500 times the speed of light. FSD vents are open, of course. We're transit through Super Cruise. Interdict this one. Currently out of range. This is a Viper Mark IV.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2,
That is a T-Towery star. Oh, there is a black hole here. I didn't even know about that. I guess we're gonna have to have an investigation of that. Wow, that's reasonably close actually. What happens if we send a lipid in there? We got 7 of them left, but... Huh. Alright, well, anyway, let's go back here then. Glimpse of light. Not going to be a lot of light here. This is lit by a black hole and a T-Tauri star. There's not a huge amount of luminescence involved in. Let's try this here. I'll go with the building first. $7,000, 6,000 kilometers enclosure. 5,000. 4,000 kilometers. 3,000 kilometers.
Landing gear deployed.
need both iron and nickel now. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. I'm on HR 1185, planet number, well, I guess it's HR 1185B 3A, which is actually a planet because it's a T-Tower star orbiting a black hole in the system. Right now I'm collecting minerals, but I got one of my base missions finished, and just was wondering what you were up to, since I'll be finished shortly.
Yeah, right now, I think I might go back to doing a small rescue. So I really enjoyed that.
What's that?
I think I'm going to go back to the station and do some rescuing.
Go back to which station?
Yeah, do some more of those rescues and stations.
Sorry, which station? I can't understand you.
Oh, I'm not sure which one yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I got this system. HR 1185 is where the Imperial civilian ship Indra is in orbit of one of the ring planets. It's got heavy gravity on it. I don't know if you've ever been here, but you can dock at the starship, and there are two other starships in the system. One's a hydrogen fuel carrier, and it was attacked by the Thargoids and has been damaged. It's in orbit of one of the planets, number 1 or number 2, around star A. And the other one is the research vessel. And both of them, yesterday, I was at both of them looking for escape pods to enhance my standing in the community mission. And suddenly Thargoid Type 6 and Type 7 appeared, each one. So they immediately, yeah, and so I had to use my my field neutralizer to stop them from turning my systems off. And I had to basically run away. As soon as I did so, though, one of them finished off it collected some escape pods on its own, like it got the humans, and then it took off. Like it ran away. It did a hyperspace jump. And it left me there with nothing. Like there was no canisters left. So at that point I was like, well, this sucks. I'm just going to go back and try the other ship. And then the same thing happened again. So the Thargoids are getting very aggressive now. If they're and then that prison ship in the system you're in right now, the 17694 or 2 or whatever it is. You go to that one planet and it's got that prison ship. Every time I go there now, there's a Thargoid, and it's trying to suck away all the humans and their personal effects. And I mean, what it wants with canisters full of human personal effects, I don't know. Maybe it needs to clothe all the human prisoners they're taking. They need clothing. No idea, but I can't imagine being a Thargoid POW is all that pleasant. The other thing to note was that the Thargoids are using their long-range sensor technology to disrupt space station functions as a prelude to invasion. And I noticed that 2 of the planets are now in the bubble, like the main bubble. One's the Gilia system, and the station operations are almost disrupted. They're not quite disrupted yet. But they've also broken out an attack on the Colonia group of independent worlds, 22,000 light years away. And that means that Colonia is not immune from Thargoid attack, because they're going to come there next, probably. And it also means that Thargoid maneuvers in this galaxy are probably galaxy-wide. So not clear what that all means exactly for the long term, but the short term it means there's going to be a lot more Thargoid battles, and the Empire and the Federation are going to have to commit capital ships or more resources. They should be building capital ships now. I think that support smaller craft, docking with them, and rearming and refueling, as you would like at a military base or something. And they haven't really shown any inkling towards doing so. But, oh, good heavens, what's that?
That was a dryer.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm available momentarily if you want to get together again.
Okay, I'm actually hitting the prison ship right now. Then I'm going to head back to unload what I've got and make change ships again.
Okay, I'll page you.
I'm in the type 6 right now, which I don't know if it'll be.
After?
What do you plan on doing? What area do you want to work on?
Well, I was going to just basically jump back to wherever you were as soon as I'm done here, because this is kind of off in the corner. And then, if you wanted, I have no other missions at the moment. We can look at one, or we could go try to work together to get human escape pods, or we might even try taking on a Thargoid if you want to get really adventurous. But your ships, I don't know, your ships. No, your ships are not armed for combat with the Thargoids, and I can only imagine it taking the better part of an hour. Like, if somehow you could sustain an attack from a Thargoid capital ship, it would take like the better part of an hour to probably take one down, because they take forever. And even if you damage them, they regenerate. You really do need an anaconda or something tougher to take them on.
Yeah, so right now I'm kind of focused on getting some cash for that.
Yeah, there's the anaconda and the corvette. I'm looking at getting about 10 million credits once the turn happens tonight. I think it happens tonight. And then we'll see what happens, like if there's going to be more Thargoid invasions of the main bubble. They're getting closer to Earth. They're nowhere near there yet, but I mean, if they're starting to, they're taking these star bases apart, and if you look at the statistics in Galnet to see how quickly the star bases are being repaired, it's taking forever. Like, we'll never fix a star base. It'll take, the better part of a month or more before a star base is even at 50%. So, I don't know. By the way, do you know where you can get aluminium?
No.
It's one of the required components that you have to fix one of the star bases, according to Galnet. And I was like, I've never even seen that before. Where the hell do you get that stuff?
You ever use the database online?
The which?
Where you can source things.
Well, I've used EDDBIO on the internet. That's where I get most of my information from, and it links to the game servers to get its data.
EDB is one that.
Yeah, it's ED as in Echo Delta Delta Bravo dot India Oscar. And there you can get commodities, information on system, like any kind of search you can basically run on game parameters.
Trying to grab escape pods, so they are already here.
So what I'll do is I'll finish up here. I'll page you when I'm finished. It'll likely be another half hour or so.
Okay.
All right then. Talk to you later. Oh no, my game controller died again. I can't actually select a menu. There we go. Okay, we'll see you later.
Hello.
Hello.
What are you up to?
Not much. You and I were playing together the other night, right? Like 2 nights or 3 nights ago on the weekend.
Something like that, probably. Hard to keep it all straight sometimes.
I know, there's like dozens of... I mean, it helps to have the face, but in your case, I don't remember... Like, you just got the generic face, so...
I know I have a generic helmet. What can I say?
Yeah.
I remember your face.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I have that wicked-looking tattoo on my eye. Well, I tried to make the guy look as close to me as possible. And I probably looked like that guy did when I was in my 20s, which is about 15 years ago. So that's about as close as I could get it. They expect all these pilots to be like in their 20s and early 30s, obviously.
You can wicked age them out if you want.
I guess I could. I don't know. I look younger. Like, in real life, I look younger than I normally am, but I think I overdid it with this one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in my mid to late 40s now, but like most people never guess that. They'll guess in like, oh, you're 30, 32, 33,
Yeah, it can get hard to guess once you get past a certain age.
Yeah, until you're really old, until you're like past 65, and then it's just like, okay, well now you're starting to get wrinkles, your eyes are sagging, you're getting a gut in your 50s maybe or something, like,
Accessories, eyewear. Oh man, check out this sweet sunglasses.
Well, they're adding new stuff in all the time. The other thing is...
Buy item at Frontier Store, come on.
Do you have any information on the Thargoids? I'm canvassing everyone for like what they're up to. It looks like they're using a big long-range sensor disruptor thing on star bases. And the Gilia system is now under siege in Colonia, and so is... what is the... It's in the Hercules sector, but it's like near the bubble. It's in the top side of the bubble, near the Pleiades cluster. They're starting to use that same star-based disruptor. And I'm not sure if that's a prelude to invasion or what, but it shows that there's some Thargoid activity targeting that area. And as soon as the turn happens tonight, I don't know, I want to make sure all my inventory is moved away from places where the Thargoids might attack.
Well, I mean, let's see, where are you right now? I mean, I'm sitting here in the Pleiades, so...
Yeah, no, I'm in the...
my ass flapping in the wind, basically.
I'm in the Pleiades as well, but the Pleiades has the advantage of already having been invaded, and I don't put anything too critical here. Plus, I have, like, a stockpile of equipment, like, elsewhere in the galaxy, so I don't have all my eggs in one basket. If I need, like, an AMFS, or AMFU device, Class 6, available somewhere at some point, and one of the star bases gets locked down. Because what this beam does is it'll shut the base down, so you can't even dock with it. And I don't think you can get things... Yeah, and you can't get things delivered...
When did this start happening?
As far as I know, you go in Galnet, it's like the second thing down. It must have just started happening this week.
Interesting.
And with all these new abilities that Thargoids are getting, I'm becoming concerned, like, okay, well, what does this say about the future of the galaxy overall? Like, what are you going to be left with? Again, human space could end up being, like, devastated by inoperative space stations, no economy, Well, you can make...
They definitely have a lot of stations to go through, though, if they want to take everything out.
They have a lot of ships, though, all right? They've got, like...
True.
If they keep adding to their ship, I don't know what their ship count is total, but if they keep adding ships, humans have thousands of players in the game. To match us, the company, Frontier, will have to put in thousands of Thargoids, and they've got at least that many now. Because you can go almost anywhere inside a star system, and you're constantly encountering, type
Well, don't forget, we just had a combat operation against the Thargoids, and by my rough estimates, assuming most people killed one worth 2 million, they collected, I think it was 6 billion credits, so somewhere on the order of 2,500 Thargoids were killed, Thargoid vessels.
Really? That was the other community mission, right?
If you back figure the math, you got to figure at least around 2,500 were killed.
Jesus.
Give or take a couple hundred, just to, you know, account for crew cuts and different types of Thargoids.
So what percentage of the human players have Anaconda or better craft, do you figure?
Well, I think it's probably pretty high given how many credits trains, gravy trains have been discovered in recent years. It's like, I want to say the average time from like Sidewinder to Anaconda is like a month these days.
From Sidewinder? Well, I think that's pretty optimistic. I've encountered players like myself. I've been playing for 7 weeks, and although I can afford an Anaconda any time now, I'm not going to buy the space frame for an Anaconda unless I can fully outfit it. And I've got
which is about 300 to 400 million, which is definitely not terrible. I mean,
no, but it took 7 weeks to get to 200 million, is what I'm saying. Or
but you gotta take into account that there's methods of gaining income that can land you upwards or just shy of about 100 million an hour.
Yeah, I took advantage of a couple of them. I didn't take full. Like I'm not.
They're currently still in the game.
I'm not a player from the beginning days of Elite Dangerous. I'm a player from the old Elite, but I didn't start playing Elite Dangerous really until I got my VR helmet. That was just at the beginning of last year. So that's when I started investing.
I'm not from early access, but I am from pretty far back.
Yeah, if you were far,
release.
Right, and if you were far enough back, I remember there being like, if you were just playing console, you could sit there and you could like, yeah, you could amass hundreds of millions of credits if you knew all the secrets.
Well, actually, it was harder to get money when the game first came out. It's become much easier with subsequent patches and the additional mission types and stuff.
Well, the only one I've done recently where I got like a shitload of money was RIA. Was when the RIA bug happened and everyone, you know, kind of jumped in there. Right now in the Pleiades, just sitting here doing missions, I'm getting millions of credits every day, like every gaming session.
Yeah, I tend not to pay attention to any of the money bugs, but
you haven't dealt with anything as mundane as money in so long.
Pretty much. I mean, I don't have like billions of credits in my account because I just, you know, I don't like to just grind, basically. But yeah, I mean, I fly a Viper most of the time. For God's sake, that should tell you something. And I'm an elite combat pilot, so.
Yeah, you won't be doing that with a Thargoid, surely, because I mean, a Viper.
Yeah, I did.
What's that?
I fought the Thargoids with a wing in my Viper 4.
Yeah, in a wing, but not as an individual. Yeah. I'm saying, if you're
only
just
3 of us.
Yeah, that's believable. You get 3 experts.
3 to 1.
3 elite pilots should be able to take down a Thargoid type 6. I would say.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, they were just the regular types, the 2 million apiece ones. But
the Type 5s. Yeah. I mean, I still haven't taken down my first Type 5 by myself yet, and I've never been in a wing that attacked. I'm very close to being able to put a wing together to go and nail my first Thargoid ship, but
I can't say I've sold one either, but I don't really, you know, whatever. I guess if I might at some point. I probably will.
You probably have the money.
Ships for it.
Yeah, you probably could if you outfitted. Well, you might want to consider taking the Crater, not the Champion. What that new one? The Chieftain.
The other one. I'm really excited for the Crate. I love the smaller end ships.
Really? There's a lot of activity. There was a talk on Commander Plater's show today about the. Well, they talked about the Crate, of course, but they were also talking about the Chieftain. And I went on to the wiki that fandom wiki. I can't remember the name of it for Elite Dangerous, and it has a slot there, like a page devoted to what is known and what has been released about the Chieftain, and it looks like that ship from Dark Matter that sci-fi series on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, it's got the engines on the outside.
Yeah, and it's also got weapons. It's got weapon ports on the dorsal and ventral side of the craft. That's where it's laid out. So your sphere of operations, it can actually fire behind itself while running away at full throttle, instead of shutting down your engines and turning around and like taking your whatchamacallit, engine assistance off. Oh, hang on, I just went to the turret here. I'm not in my ship right now, I'm in my SRV. But anyway, the feature that basically allows you to shut down your engines and spin your ship around, and you can face backwards while traveling in the opposite direction. And then you just shoot back at whoever's trying to chase you. I've done that to a number of people, and it's like they're so surprised, you know, when you do that, because it's as if they didn't realize, oh, you can just shut your engines off and then just go on momentum, turn your ship around, and shoot everything you have at them. But it would be nice still to have your engines, you know, going at full throttle, accelerating, and nailing the hell out of whoever's coming after you. Actually, I was fighting off, when I did that the last time, I was fighting off 3 PCs. They were all Russian, and it was late at night when the Russians are playing. And all
Russians, huh?
Well, yeah, because they had names like on their ship, like Red something or other, and Communist this, and I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, that was probably just trolls.
yeah, but I've seen the Russian channels as well. Like, I've watched a couple of the Russian videos, and where they're talking about playing. You do realize you can play Elite in almost every language now, right? They've got it localized for French, Spanish, Russian, like a bunch of different languages.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's pretty weird looking at Elite through a Cyrillic interface. Like, everything's in Russian. The whole thing's in Russian, right? So that they can play. And they must have some sort of translation thing in between, inserted into communication, text-based communications to translate. And I don't know if they'll go with voice at some point, but they've got the text already translated, I'm pretty sure, so that they can communicate with non-Russian speakers. Not that it really matters, because who's awake in the middle of the night fighting off Russians except yours truly anyway. But I had to spin around. They chased me like into a planet, and I was able to use the planet to get away from them. I just kept popping in and out of the atmosphere. Or not in and out of the atmosphere, but in and out of, you know, being close to the mass lock on the planet, so that the engines would shut off and it would go into glide mode. And I'd come out of glide mode and then just, you know, go back into Super Cruise right away, and they didn't know where the hell I was, so I got away that way. After shooting back at them while I had momentum towards the planet. Anyway. So you're in the Pleiades, you said?
Yes.
Ooh, that's good news.
I've been here since the CG started. At least recently.
Are you doing the other CG, the supply run, or the rescue?
No, not really.
You know, I've got 10 million credits.
I picked up 7 escape pods, and then I figured, screw it, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I've got about twice that number, and I'm almost at the top 25% mark, which means I'll get 10 million credits.
Huh.
So
I will go pick up a few more.
Well, don't bump me out. Everyone's gonna get the same idea. But plus, you also get to fight the Thargoids, because the Thargoids have now started camping all of the places where you find escape pods, which is right next to the capital ships that they've already hit. And every time, and of course you have to wait for the canisters to respawn, but they respawn next to these big capital ships. There's 2 of them in HR 1185, and there's one in HIP 17694.
Interesting.
Which are 2 systems.
Well, I usually go for escape pods. I just drop into non-human signal sources and pick up escape pods.
Yeah, but most of the non-human, the non-human signal sources have the escape pods.
Yes.
Ah.
Almost all of them have at least one. Damaged, occupied. Ironically enough, damaged escape pods are worth more at the salvage or at the search and rescue turret.
Yeah,
I really don't understand that.
No.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like you've rescued an escaped, like an ejected pilot. You'd think they'd be grateful.
Yeah, I don't know why the damaged pod that's like, okay, this guy could be dead or alive, and it's worth more. It's like, what? Okay.
Yeah, it might. Well, maybe he's dying and maybe not dead yet. That's why it's damaged. Otherwise, it might be called dysfunctional, and then it's worthless because at that point. But you're right. It should be probably worth less. I don't know. Even if, like, the stupid thing is, too, you're right. Like, you bring a damaged escape pod on board your ship, so you have atmosphere on your ship. That's wonderful. Who cares? He's stuck inside of a vacuum-sealed escape pod. Unless it's working perfectly, he's gonna die. It doesn't matter what's working on your ship. Anyway. I don't know. What are you doing then after? Are you like doing a mission? Just doing this?
Oh, I just got a bombing mission.
Yeah, I'm doing one here in 1185, and then I'm gonna go back to the Indra after. Oh, there's a black hole in this system I didn't know about. How I could not know about this, I don't know.
Fly into it.
So I'm going to, no, you don't fly into the small ones. You can fly into the big, apparently you can fly into the big one at the middle of the galaxy because it's special, but the other ones are all like, they'll just kill you. So, what the hell's so special?
Fly into it.
Yeah, I don't know what's so special. I guess the event horizon at the one at the center, like it's 30 million solar masses, right? It's a giant freaking black hole, so...
Security guys. Let's see, you want me to blow up an emplacement power grid? Alright.
The security guys. Are you on good terms with everyone here? Or with any factions?
About to be wanted.
I'm already wanted, but I won't be for long because I was
about to be wanted for the destruction of a power plant that is about to blow up right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here it goes.
They really hate it when you do that.
Yeah, they do. We should get a 400 credit bounty.
Yeah, I know. I have a 600 credit bounty for attacking this research outpost on the and it's actually an imperial outpost. So.
Okay, I didn't mean to hit the deck quite that hard, but all right.
You're not with the Empire or anything, are you?
I'm not with anybody.
Oh, good. You're just like me then.
Man, I really wish I could get some more fine-tuning in my lateral thrusters there. They feel digital almost, even though I have a analog stick to control them.
You haven't got a host
like
sitting in front of you?
I do.
Oh, you do? I've got a, you know what, I put videos together of my gameplay so I can go look at them again later. And the program I'm using will automatically feed to Twitter and say what I'm doing when. So I put this through to Twitter that I'm playing Elite Dangerous every so often. And I got this company reposting, retweeting my activity on Twitter, and they put ads into their webpage that advertise mine, but they also at the same time advertise their own thing with my game feed, and their thing is like a little chair. It's like a swivel chair. It's like, imagine a sphere, but the bottom half of the sphere, like the top half of the sphere cut off. So it's kind of like a beanbag, right?
Oh, that's interesting.
And you sit in the thing, and it spins around with your VR headset in relation. So it gives you that simulated gravity feeling. So when you turn, it spins you sideways, kind of, inside the sphere.
Kind of cool.
It looks cool. I don't know if I like them advertising on my Twitter feed, but I don't want to block them because it's such a cool thing. Just wish they'd do it a little bit less frequently, but it looks like a really neat device. I kind of want one of those or something like that. Of course, as soon as
simulation rig.
Yeah, as soon as the Space-like feature is available inside this game, where you can walk around inside your ship and on planet surfaces and inside star bases and whatnot. As soon as that's available, I want to go out and buy that one apparatus I saw from Oculus. Well, it's not for sale yet, but they put a ball underneath like a closed mounting that you climb on top of with a short step ladder, and then you walk around inside this mounting, and you're actually walking like for real. But you're not going anywhere. You're inside of a mountain, right?
I've seen that thing, yeah.
So you're running around on top.
You feel like you're walking around in the game.
But you're really running on top of a ball.
Right.
like a rodent inside of a.
Yep. A rat in a cage.
A rat in a cage, but at least you get your exercise too, because they can make you run.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't know if they're going to ever get it so that it doesn't break when people run, duck, whatever. Besides, having a holodeck in your house, I mean, I don't know. Seems like it's going to be very expensive.
Oh, yes. Probably will be very expensive.
Oh, my game, speaking of game controllers, my Xbox controller needs a new wire. There we go. I got it back. Oh, I just shocked myself. My Xbox wire just shocked me.
Huh.
I didn't know it could do
Not
that.
good.
How the hell did that happen? I just got zapped by my
Must be
Xbox.
damaged.
I think it is, but I didn't think there was enough energy going through it to actually shock you. It's only got two 1.5 volt AA size batteries in it. I mean, what can 3 volts do to you? What can a 3 volt battery do to you?
Well, supposedly I'm not actually wanted at this station. We'll find out if I get scanned, though.
Yeah, it says wanted on my thing here. I'm assuming that I'll be shot at by someone if I...
Well, the nice thing is it's all so localized now that even if you're wanted in a system and you land at a base controlled by someone else, you're not actually wanted within that base's airspace.
Yeah, well, they have to, in order to stop, in order for them to stop you... Actually, I think I've even landed by the faction that wants me. If they control the starbase, they'll let you land so you can pay your bill or your fine.
Well, they tell you to piss off, but they still grant your requests.
Yeah, they grant your docking request, but the system itself...
But I know for a fact that they will tell you to piss off. They're like, you are not allowed to land here.
Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. Of course I am. You just go hide inside the base.
Yeah.
And then what are they going to do? Once you're down on the ground, you're safe. There's nothing they can do. Hang on. I have to click this, and then I can recall my ship. Believe it or not, I ran out of iron just now. Can you believe that? I actually had to take my SRV out and go find iron.
I've run out once or twice.
Because I had to build limpets. So I built a few limpets and I didn't realize, oh, it takes 10 of these little iron things. And I want them to, increase the number of resources you're allowed to carry on your ship with you.
Yeah, supposedly there is some talk of them thinking about doing that.
I hope so. Because they don't give you very much room. And the data, I'm constantly... how can your computer run out of room for data? Just get a bigger computer core. I don't understand. Your computer shouldn't be able to run out of space unless,
Well, in this time period in particular.
Yeah, how would you ever run out of data? A standard ship's computer should have so much data capacity. Especially when you're exploring deep space, what do you need most? The ability to store data. Well, I'm going into some unexplored region. Oh, we ran out of space in the hard drive.
Funny thing is, that would probably actually happen after long enough in the real world.
And long enough it would, but... Oh, there we go. Board ship. Yep. Oh, I hit the wrong button and my ship got dismissed and it took off. Leaving me behind. Come back. Computer. jump. And then, of course, it jumps away. No. Recall the ship. Whoop! Come back. Here it comes. Oh,
These security planetary scan jobs. Wonder if they're still messed up.
They're gonna shoot you.
Used to be able to take like 20 of them, and then you'd scan one beacon, and they'd all complete. Then it was like, oh yeah, we fixed that. And it's like, okay, sure you did, but now you take 20 of them and 20 beacons all spawn one on top of the other. You just hit there scanning every one in succession and then take off.
Well, right now I've got two bases. They're 1,000 kilometers apart. They're on the same planet, and it doesn't like make that mistake where you can finish one and then get the credit for both of them. You have to finish both of them.
Right, yeah. That was
an old bug, yeah.
Glitch, yeah.
I work in software development, and so every time I see a bug, I get so frustrated because it's just like, I wouldn't do that. We have testing processes and test plans that make that unlikely to happen. But then again, I've never written an entire game from scratch before, certainly nothing this complex. Oh, I did make checkers when I was in university, but checkers is much simpler. Okay. Destination lock. Okay, we don't really want that. We want the other one.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
According to orbit. 3, 2, 1. Okay, there was another one. Unless that building I just left was the right building? No.
Trying to do a scan mission or something?
Yeah, and there were two of them when I got to the planet, like there were two bases. Now there's only one, which is correct, but it's very near the place where I just was.
Typically those scan missions are usually they're not mapped outposts. They're just sort of on the planet somewhere randomly.
Yeah. Well, since I dismissed my ship, I'm wondering if it put it right back where I was. And the other thing that happened was last time when I went to the first one, 3 ships appeared out of nowhere. Of course, I was trying to land, and suddenly started shooting at me. Luckily, I have a Python, which is tanked up pretty good. So I've got like 590 shields. And they couldn't even shoot, they couldn't even take my first ring of shields down before I escaped. So if you want to go collect escape pods or whatever, we can do that if you want to wing up.
Escape pods, huh?
Or whatever, I don't know, you just mentioned you might want to do that.
It's a possibility.
Hang on. Now there's sentries. Oh, yeah, this is a new base. There's sentries here, and they're not happy to see me. That's okay, though. I'm gonna screw them over really good right now. I can. Did you know you can use your ship's your anti-missile turret to shoot at these things?
Really?
Well, I've done it before.
You want to know something funny? You commented about my helmet. All my saved commander slots, all a bunch of helmets with just a colored suit and jacket.
So you haven't invested any time in the fashion of your character.
Oh no, I did. I have a face under my helmet. I do, I promise. In fact, I just took my helmet off for a moment, but I didn't like it. I put it back on.
Oh, you know what? You don't like the way you look without your helmet on.
No, I just don't like not wearing a helmet.
Okay. What if they... Oh. Hang on. Is that a ship? See, I hate this. When you turn the landing gear on, it switches your whole radar system around, so you can't even...
Landing gear deployed.
There we go. And...
Well, I wish I could turn the ground radar on early without turning the landing gear on. For skimming the ground.
Yeah, at first, but when you're like near the ground servers and you realize, oh shit, I'm under attack, you want to have the main radar working and not just have it.
Well, I mean, you should pull your landing gear up if you're under attack, so.
That's what I ended up doing, but you can also pull another little sketchy maneuver where you land your ship while it's under attack and then take your SRV out and then dismiss your ship. And then it runs away. And they seem to either go after it or attack you, and it's sort of random, but
maybe I hate getting attacked by ships in an SRV though. It's not fun.
No, it isn't. I like attacking other human players and when they're in an SRV because it pisses them off and they really can't escape. They're stuck on the ground. I don't attack humans, though. Only when I'm joking around. And killing them in the SRV doesn't really kill them anyway.
They don't take any real loss.
No, they lose 1,500 credits because they have to replace the SRV. That's it.
Yep. Although it does count the death. It adds the insurance claim.
Does it?
Yeah, at least it used to. I don't know if it does anymore.
I don't think it does anymore because you just appear in your ship again, and it doesn't. You don't lose anything, and you don't. I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't debit your insurance claim.
Well, give it a shot. Check the count. Blow yourself up.
In the SRV?
Yeah.
I guess I could try that. Hang on a second.
I don't know.
Well, that's
I'm not trying to get you to blow yourself up, though.
No, that's not the same thing either as being shot off the surface by an NPC, by a skimmer, or by a human player. That's you saying, okay, I've had enough.
I don't think so. It's going to count it the same regardless.
Think so?
You were destroyed. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know if they've changed it, but I've destroyed myself and been shot and all kinds of different stuff in the SRV, and every time I die, it adds a tick to the insurance.
Oh, it adds to your insurance count. I see what you're saying. It doesn't take your insurance money away.
Yeah, like it counts it as a death.
Yes, I see what you mean. Okay.
Well, no, because you have to buy an SRV anyway. So I think it might actually add the SRV's cost to your total claims cost, too, though, but I haven't really
So your
checked
insurance
that.
premium goes up, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because right now I pay $7 million in insurance for like a 200 million credit.
Well, it doesn't affect your percentage ever. It's just, if you look at your stats in finances, you'll see at the bottom insurance claims and total claim cost.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So what I'm saying is it just adds to those two numbers when you blow up an SRV.
I get you. Okay.
Adds the cost of the SRV and it adds 1 to the insurance claims.
Yeah, that's fine. That's still not very much.
No, of course not. It's negligible.
Okay, now we're going to get dinged by a couple skimmers. These are Maropa Expeditionary Fleet skimmers. These ones we're going to leave alone for the moment.
gonna leave him alone. Where's the fun in that?
Just for the moment. I'll attack them again.
Oh, do you have a skimmer kill mission? I love those friggin' missions. They're my favorite.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's you have to have the skimmer kill mission for your mothership while it's landed to shoot at the skimmers. If you take like I'm scanning a data
No, you
point.
don't.
Don't?
To shoot skimmers, you just gotta get close enough that they shoot at you. Well, if you want auto targeting. If you don't want auto targeting, you can shoot it from whatever range your weapons can reach. Trust me, I was doing it just a few nights ago.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I could shoot at them using the mothership
I had a bunch
itself.
of turrets. I had a bunch of turrets on my ship, and I just got real close and let them fire at me, and then had the turrets shoot at them once they went red.
Right.
I was in a bigger ship at the time, obviously. Bases have a lot of guns.
Yeah, well, these skimmers can't take their shields down very quickly.
No, but the base's guns will.
The base's guns sure do. They're designed to do just that. Yeah. Hang on a second.
I mean, yeah, you were supposed to get out of your ship and kill the skimmers in an SRE, but that's so just boring.
Yes, it is.
And stupid. It's like, why would I get out of my spaceship that has, like, you know...
All these whistling with weapons.
Yeah.
I've got this tiny little 5-watt laser, or...
Or ship-grade weaponry.
Yeah. Or I have this plasma rail cannon, class 3, mounted as the primary weapon in the center mounting of my ship. Okay, here we are at the data point. Is there any point to this data point? Sometimes there's little messages embedded in here.
I haven't really found any. They're very interesting, though, personally.
No, but they claim all the, shit.
Scan. Yes, you do need an SRV for the planetary scans. Sadly, I've tried. I got really close to the scan point and tried to use my data link scanner, but it just doesn't work. I hate these missions that are like, in some cargo capacity. It's like, I don't freaking care. I don't want the cargo. Throw in the damn garbage.
Whoa! I scanned the data point, and now they're shooting at me all of a sudden. You little bastard!
Should have planned ahead.
Ah! Run away! Ah! You're wrong! Oh, you little bastard. Weapons are on fire. Oh, it's hid behind a building. Isn't that just lovely? It's taking damage.
Ship is named the Celery Mort, which just sounds like celery dead to me. Dead celery. Sure, it means something very intimidating in reality, though. Too bad it's in Italian or something.
Okay, I'm running away because my ship now is at 26% hull points.
If I were you, I would have just dismissed the ship and taken the death in the SRE.
Ah, fuck. Hang on.
Dismiss the ship!
No, the ship is actually being used as a shield right now, and my shield just came back online. So now, I can come out like this. Firing back for once, 85%, you little shit. My shields are down. Target destroyed. I'm at 5% health. That's okay, because I can do this. Haha! SRB repair to premium synthesize. Premium repair successful from 5%. That was a really good value.
Hey, it's premium too. You'll get extra bonus points.
I know. Now I can go in here and teach this fucker a lesson.
Oh, absolutely.
Aha! Didn't expect this, did you son of a bitch? Aha! Oh, you little snot.
That's better not. You better not, boy. Let me scan you. Shit. See how you like it if I turn around and scan, huh? Huh? See what he's got on him. I wish I had my frame shift interdicted. I'd give this guy a good scare.
Target destroyed. And welcome to the wing. So now we will enable our wing beacon, and we will engage wingman nav block.
Good lord, you're far out here. The hell are you doing all the way out
I
here?
told you, HR 1185. That's not that far. If you're in the Pleiades, I mean, how big is the Pleiades?
No, I meant the in-system. It's 135,000 light seconds, man.
Well, go to the black hole. I'll meet you there. I'm done with this base thing now.
If you're done, then aren't you gonna land somewhere?
I have landed somewhere. I'm on...
I mean, to turn the mission in.
Oh. Well, I guess I could go to the Indra. But I want to go... The black hole's only 5,000 light seconds away from me, so I'll just go there first, and then I'll go to the Indra.
Oh, you want to look at the black hole? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go scan it, so I get points for that, so at some point. Okay, what do I do? Cargo scoop, turn it off. And now we board the ship. Aha! Son of a bitch. I won the fight.
Out here in a harmless commander out here in an Ast Explorer.
Yes, no one will touch you. If you want something to do, go to planets 1 and 2 and find those starships I was telling you about. They're in this system.
Shoot the shit out of that poor guy.
And you can go see what I mean about the Thargoids, like harvesting escape pods, or take the escape pods yourself, for that matter.
Oh yeah, I know what they're up to. I know all their little bullshit tricks.
Have you been harvested by Thargoids?
No, but I have been shot down once or twice by them when I was testing my ship here.
Did they examine you sexually?
No.
Some weird alien procedure. That's disgusting. Okay. Navigation, set course for the black hole. That's what my one of my friends called his girlfriend, the black hole. I don't think she knew about that though.
Maybe should get rid of her if she's a black hole.
Well, actually, he had at that point, and then he was like, it was one of those relationships where they get together, they break up, they get together, they break up. They get together.
No!
And it was just like this giant soap opera. I was so sick and tired of it. After a while, I had to just cease hanging around him.
Ah, a python.
I talked to him on Facebook.
Exploration python, huh? Don't see too many of those.
What? An exploration python?
Well,
What?
I mean, judging by what his modules are, yes.
Why in God's name would you use a python to explore? Your maximum light year count. Yeah, I mean, you're not going to be able to jump very far. It's too big a craft for that.
No, it's not about how the size. It's about its hull mass to the frameshift drive class. That's what really does it. That's what really.
Well, the Anaconda, how far can it
determines
jump
your-
on its own? I think you can't do much better. I've only gotten the Python to go 21.7 light years or something like that. Like in the
on its own, engineered and exploration stripped, 60 light years in an Anaconda per jump.
You're kidding? Oh, that's nice.
No, I'm not kidding. I have one that jumps 50 with like 600 shields, 2,000 hull, big ass SRV bay and a fighter bay. Like, so I just like I had like the RV going. I threw everything in the trunk basically, and went to Colonia. And then I did some mining when I got there. It was pretty funny.
I've never even been to Colonia.
There's never really all that much out there.
Doesn't look like it. Yeah, apparently Thargoids will be out there soon enough. attacking all 1 million colonists that they've got strewn across 20 plus planets. God knows how many star bases. And to think, I was in the game when Colonia started. I was actually playing the game. It grew really fast.
The game before it.
You know what I'm waiting for them to introduce, though, that they haven't introduced since Elite 1.0? Is the intergalactic hyperdrive.
Really, they had that in the old game.
They had that in the old game, but in this game, if you look up in the sky, there's two patches of light, one small, one large. They're always there, regardless of where you are in the galaxy. That's the large and small Magellanic Clouds. They're two satellite galaxies of our galaxy, the Milky Way. And
nice to get out there.
And that's where I think the Thargoids are from. I think from the larger of the two of them. And I think they probably took them both over and now they want to expand here. But anyway, it's just a theory. Plus, we have more than one sentient species in the Milky Way in this game. But
yeah, I think one of them was actually destroyed by the colonization of Achenar. They weren't spacefaring, though.
No, that's right. You know, I remember. Yeah, but there's the Guardians. There's like a bunch of there's mentions of other alien races that have been discovered or civilizations of the past that were there and disappeared after a while. There's got to be more, is what I'm getting at. Like, at some point, someone will discover another spacefaring civilization. Humans can't be all there is in the Milky Way. But these two galaxies that I just mentioned, the large and small Magellanic Clouds, they are, the larger of the two of them only has about 200 million stars. Million, not billion. So it's a tiny, tiny little, these are tiny little galaxies. They have a very limited number of resources, and I don't think the Thargoids will want to stay there, is what I'm getting at. What the hell is it? It's a T-Tauri star. They look the same as a brown giant, I thought. A brown dwarf, sorry.
I think they look closer to white stars.
Well, this is a T-Tauri star. It looks like a brown dwarf, sort of, but it's purple. Much more purple. And it's got like a haze around it. A T-Tauri star is a star that's run out of hydrogen and is actually fusing helium together. It just doesn't have enough mass to quite blow up into a supernova or a nova. I'm sure I sound like an astronomy major or something.
Plenty of enthusiasts out there.
Well, I do like astronomy, but whoa! I accidentally flew too close to a T-Tauri star, and now I've got to wait for my FSD to cool down. But here's the catch. Here's the clincher. The ring system around this star, it has rings, which is very unusual. And because it has rings, it looks like the rings go right up to where you can go with relation to the star. So, in other words, if you don't try flying through the rings, you can't leave very easily, except not going through the rings, of course. Which is what I was trying to do.
Up or down, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'll just stay below them now, which I'm underneath the rings right now, but I was trying to go up, like, above them, and I thought, oh, I'll just squeeze through here. So I'm at the border where the asteroids end and the star's sphere of influence begins.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's see here. I took some heat damage there. It went up to 137%, but your ship can take a lot more than that usually. Okay, let's go to our black hole. Oh, someone's attacking.
Just an NPC or a player?
Looks like it's an NPC. They'll be easily evaded.
I was gonna say there'll be a player out there. Most people are too lazy to go that far from the main star, especially the murdering types.
Yeah, they want to camp the jump star, the star that they just sit there around the star you're going to jump into, and then they try to get you as you come in.
Yep.
Which is why, if you can, you jump away from them, and then you jump out again with your back apparently pointed to the star, because they'll almost always appear behind you. And if you're close enough to the star, you'll cause them heat damage. Okay, we're 4,200 and closing on the black hole. 41. 4,000 light seconds. 40 times the speed of light and increasing. Oh, you know why I got attacked? It's because I'm wanted.
Yeah, it was probably a security guy, wasn't it?
Very possibly. This part of the system is patrolled by police ships. 3,000 light seconds and falling. Now, I don't know how close to this thing you're allowed to get. Do you have any idea how close to a black hole you're allowed to travel?
Well, I don't know the latest up-to-date information, but the closest I've ever been was 30 kilometers.
Oh, well, that's really close. And that's one of the outer black holes, right? Like, not the one that, not Sagittarius A, the center of the galaxy.
Correct. I don't know where the hell I was. I was way out there somewhere.
Probably Maya. Everyone loves Maya.
Yeah.
Maya's got a black hole too. The Pleiades is full of like stellar phenomena.
I thought it was Maya, not Maya.
Maya, whatever.
Sorry.
Probably say it with a different accent because I'm Canadian, so.
It's totally Maya.
Yeah, probably. You aren't Canadian, are you?
No, I'm from down south. Just across the border.
Yeah, can't really tell. Well, because if you're in the northern half of the United States, that's why I can't tell. Because your accent,
I'm in New York. I'm really close to the Canadian.
Yeah, your accent will be identical to mine.
In fact, part of my family was from Canada. Some of my grandparents were Canadian, so.
Why the hell would they move south? What were they thinking?
No, I don't know. They're gone now, though, so can't ask them. Such is life.
Oh.
Now you
have to live with Trump.
Yes. Yes, we do. Such is life.
Oh, there's never been anyone like him. Oh, wait, I'm scanning the black hole. You're not going to believe this. This is the only black hole I've ever seen claimed. Holy shit, look at all these ships here. Dude, there are like a fleet of ships running around this black hole. Okay, I am 16,000 kilometers from the black hole. I don't know how close I can get to this thing, but... 14,000 kilometers. You said 30, right? 30 kilometers.
Well, that was in real space. I mean, I got dropped when I got that close, obviously. But
Oh, okay.
you gotta go like right for the thing too, because it's such a small astronomical body.
Yeah, it's
You
not.
can slip past it really easily.
It's not going to be all that big. Black holes are not large.
I don't take any responsibility for if you blow up though, because I haven't done it in a few months.
Whoa! I just passed by it. I made the event horizon.
Go. Good stuff.
Hang on, hang on, hang on. I'm going to turn around here and point at it again. That was scary because light, like the whole galaxy bent. You know how light bends around these things? It's 12,000 kilometers. I don't know how close I got. I got really close. This is not a big phenomenon though. It must be one of the smallest black holes in the game. There's no light. Like light should be the one in Europa. Light will bend around it. You'll see it, like way out there. Oh, you know what you do? You put the galaxy behind the black hole. That's what you do. So we just got to move around this thing here a little bit. That's what those aren't ships flying around it. Those aren't ships flying around it. Those are stars.
They are stars.
Okay, hold on a damn minute here. Yeah, these are stars. That's what I'm seeing. 9,000 kilometers and falling. Yeah, so the event horizon's about 1,000 kilometers around it. But it's definitely smaller than the one at Europa. You could be like a long ways off, and it would be bending the light around it. We're now 6,000 kilometers away. Whatever gets Sucker or Thargoid into it. Aha! You've got a gravitational anomaly sucking you in.
Probably aren't phased much by it.
Wow, this is like impressive to see these things. So fucked up. I just love the amount of detail they sunk into these phenomena of like it's behaving exactly as you'd expect a black hole to behave. The lensing effect around it. "4,000 kilometers in closing."
You're still headed for it, huh?
Yeah, I'm like not directly pointing at it. I wanted to get an exact reading. And want to go sublight with my ship close to it and see if the gravity has any effect. I imagine it doesn't, though, because from what you said. I've flown to star bases from distances this far away, though. 3,000 kilometers in closing. Whoa! My interface just it's getting knocked around. Oh man, that is screwed up. I'm not sure if they
added some effects.
They've added some effects, I think. Like the cockpit lighting started dragging because of the effect from the singularity.
Cool.
Time dilation effect. Now at 2,000 kilometers in closing. Your interface gets all fuzzy around here, at least mine is at the moment. Whoa, look at that. 1,000 kilometers. There it is. I can see the whole black hole itself. 900 and we're pulling away. I'm not this brave.
All the way.
We were less than 900 kilometers in. Okay, I'm headed back to you now at Indra, at the Imperial ship Indra. The easiest way to do this is for me to jump out of the system and back in. So I'll pick a target outside the system and then just jump back into the system. It'll save time. Nearest star is Pleiades sector QDS B41. I'll go there. That was screwed up, man. I've never been that close to a black hole in this game. Well, in real life either, I guess, but... Okay, I'm gonna do a quick scan. There are 8 planets in this system. There are Thargoids running around everywhere in here, and we're leaving. That is a Type L brown dwarf star. There was another one right there.
Right back.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ew.
Alright.
Are you playing with a VR helmet?
No, I don't have a VR set.
You should get one. They're cool. Where are you? Have you got your whatchamacallit, your beacon turned on?
Well, I'm just at the intro at the moment, but no, I don't have the beacon on. Hold on.
Okay.
I mean, I was taking off anyway.
Taking off the game?
No, taking off from the pad.
Oh, I see. I'm almost.
I've got a little more time.
I'm almost at the engine now. There you are. Okay. I see ya.
You have missions to turn in here?
Yeah, couple. But it will only take about 30 seconds to do that, and then I'll be free.
Naturally.
The Indra.
Question is, what do you want to do? Are we doing more missions?
Well, I was going to take you on a lovely tour to go get some pods, or we can go and steal some from the Thargoid.
Well, if we're going to get pods, I'm going to need a cargo bay.
You don't have a cargo bay?
Typically, no.
I always have a cargo bay just in case I need to collect some of the cargo.
Yeah, I usually don't.
Of course, I use one of my Class 6 slots for the Thargo Bay. I only have 3 of them. Well, only. I mean, it's a Python. But, I think I recently got rid of my Class 3s because as much as, like, I'm using all my lower class slots for things like the docking computer, the atmospheric analyzer, like a bunch of stuff I was doing on an exploration mission recently. Back when I didn't have my exploration ship, which was the ASP Explorer, ASP Explorer. Can't believe the Ionic Conda goes twice as far as the ASP Explorer optimally configured. The ASP you can get to go about 30 light years of jump.
Well, this is with engineering. With engineering, the ask gets similar numbers.
But how do you
Almost
get?
60.
Yeah, how do you get that?
Just a little less to be like.
You need class 5 what? I have the class 5.
You gotta engineer your FSD.
Yeah, and I've got class 5 FSDs. Well, I've got the max.
Yeah, but how much other stuff are you carrying in those ships? You gotta strip them, man.
Yeah, okay, I see
You gotta
what you
strip
mean.
them down, not add more. You gotta go down, not up.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta underrank your power distributor, maybe even underrank your thrusters.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just talking about totally maxed. I don't explore that way anymore ever myself. Like I said,
No, I could. You
my
can't.
goal was
You
just
can't.
50 when I was exploring the Conda.
You can't go out in the galaxy and do that because you're going to encounter hazards that you have to
Well,
deal
you
with.
can, because you don't. I hate to break it to you, but I did it for a really long time. But when they added the planetary landing, it became necessary to carry a shield.
What was I doing?
Because unfortunately, there really are no hazards out there. The only hazard is heat.
No, not
and shields
shipboard.
aren't going to save you from heat.
No, there weren't shipborne hazards. What was out there that I didn't like? You didn't need shields, but shields come with your ship. What the hell was it? Anyway, I needed cargo bays. I went down to a 32 slot cargo bay. I can't remember. I just knew I needed something, and the maximum I could get out of it was 30 light years. Which is why I used it instead of this tank here, because this tank would only go between 17 and 22. Of course, I use this thing for everything: trade, fighting. You know, I don't really outfit it optimally for one thing at a time. It's usually two things at a time. Okay. But yeah, I know you can strip it. You can strip the thing down and get them to go further. But even so, I don't know how in God's name I would have gotten that Asp Explorer to go 60. That seems like a bit of a reach.
The highest, I think the ASP, I don't know, I mean, it depends on the engineering too, but the highest I've heard of an ASP going is like 58-ish, I think, so.
Yeah, I mean, you might get it over.
The Anaconda only just barely beats it. Well, mine goes 45, the one I had that was shielded and had SRVs and stuff.
Yeah, SRV you need, that was one thing, and I took the Class 4G SRV, so I had two of them in case I lost one. These are long-distance missions, right? So you're going way the hell out there.
There is no mission. I mean, if you're going out that far, you're going out just for fun, basically.
No, for this one I got 18 million credits just for carrying 7 passengers.
Oh, you're talking about a passenger mission?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I hate those missions. I never do them.
That's why I was stuck with what I had.
I never do them. So you needed a cabin, is what
I needed a cabin, that's right. And it had to have business class to top it off. But anyway, I got 18 million out of it, and
which is nothing, unfortunately.
no, and
Probably took you way longer than it should have to get that.
Probably. But at the time, for where I was and how much time I'd have to spend looking and running around for a different mission that would be better, it just seemed like a good idea at the time. Okay, let's do this. Doc, contacts, Indra, request doc. Okay. This thing still needs a large landing bay. See, I want to be able to walk around inside these stations.
Nice.
Can you imagine, like, going inside the habitat? Where the
Maybe
station.
something. Not sure their engine is really built for it, though.
Yeah, I know what would happen if you had little people running around inside the habitat.
Go without the extra junk.
Of course, you could always just build a different server out to handle the space legs feature, and then just reconnect them to the server again after.
I doubt they would do that. Too much money.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they ran off donations for a long time. Okay.
Yeah.
Starport Services. Welcome to the Empire. All hail Caesar. Outfit? No. Missions. Here we are. You win. $2 million. Okay. The other one is for a different star system. So one of them I get credit, the other one I don't. We have to go.
You just have to go there and turn it in.
Well, yeah, we have to go to Black Mud Orbital. Or, well, no, once you finish a mission, I mean, it's done. I don't think they can take it away from you, can they?
Say it to me.
1180.
Obviously, you need to turn it in at some point.
The other one I have is an illegal black box salvage operation, but I have over a day. 1 day, 17 hours, 48 minutes to complete that one.
Alright, there you go. I got 4 tons. I got 4 tons of cargo capacity. There we go.
Outstanding. Okay.
Outstanding.
Now you can come with me.
Outstanding.
And what we're gonna do?
I just couldn't do it. I replaced some of my armor with a cargo rack, but nope, can't do it. Not enough armor.
Yeah. I don't have any passengers, so hang on.
I would hazard a guess that my Viper might have more armor than your Python.
Maybe, but I still blow up Vipers all the time. Not a
You'd have
Viper.
trouble with me.
Unless you're flying a Viper Mark III. If you're flying a Viper Mark IV, then yes, I probably would.
I have a Mark III too that I like quite a lot. Very fond. Although I've come to really like the Viper Mark IV just because it has a very good jump range for such a small vessel. Even better than a Cobra.
I'll have to take another look at that. I never got a good look when they introduced the Mark IV. I was around for that big unveiling.
It's slower than the E3 and less maneuverable, but it has more internal modules, better hull armor, partly because of the modules, and longer jump range, and a bigger fuel tank. It's actually quite mobile for a fighter.
I hit the wrong button. Now I'm going to the outfitting area, but I'll just come right back out again. And launch. Oh, but first, exit.
Hey, wait a second, is there no pad loitering over a wing member's pad?
I want limpets. I don't have any limpets.
Limpets?
That's what you need, limpets. Because then
You don't scoop it yourself?
Why would I do that when I can just have a robot do it for me? The other thing is, the limpets are generic. They're a generic platform for probe activities, including everything except being a drone. Why don't it let you turn your limpet into a drone?
But you'd need the right controller for it. So.
But
those windows just look way too small.
What happens if you have two? What happens if you have 2 different controllers? That's my question. Like if I have a repair controller and a prospecting controller.
They pull from the same pool of limpets in your ship.
But how do you select them? Because normally you just launch the limpet.
You fire the modules individually. They're controlled independently. Each module is its own. You have to bind it to a fire control.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know this because when you mine, you carry a prospector and a collector.
Yes, a collector, that's right, yeah. I wanted to collect
one prospector and several collectors, usually.
I wanted to have a...
God, that's a wall.
I wanted a collector and a repair limpet, and I didn't know if you could do that. But
yeah, you can.
You must be able to. Okay, so now I've got my fleet of limpets. I now we have to split up the cargo. But first thing we're going to do here, where's our nearest planet? The nearest planet...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm stuck. Not good.
Where are you? What are you doing?
Harassing the hab rings.
Oh. We are going to go to planet 3. No, we aren't. Is planet 3? No, planet 2. Planet 2. Oh, and there's a distress call, planet 1. We'll go look at that too. That's been sitting there for a while. Okay, lock and super cruise. Engage.
Well, we're kind of close to the ship, but...
Yeah, but let's just do this.
Landing gear retracted.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Fly around the big ship.
I don't know what direction you're going.
I don't either. It says...
Probably don't want to head right for the planet.
Oh, okay, here.
Whoa! What
No.
the goddamn security guys? What the frack?
What are you doing? Just jump to planet 2, that's what I'm doing.
I was flying, a damn security ship hit me.
Collided with you, or...
You rammed me.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they're there for. Last night, I accidentally blew up a orca by colliding with it.
Oh no. An orca?
Yeah, its shields were down, and I hit it hard enough and fast enough that it blew up.
That must have been a super lightly armored orca. Holy cow.
Or maybe it was a beluga. One of the two, anyway. It was one of the passenger craft.
Bigger.
Frameshift drive
Super cruise engaging. Headed for planet 2. Yay! And you're 20,000 kilometers ahead of me. And there's a whole bunch of rocks here. Holy shit. There you are.
That's funny, you have a field neutralizer right now. Just in case.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, you
Hey,
could
look
be
at
traveling,
that.
but you can now travel between star systems, and the Thargoids in classic fashion can yank you out of hyperspace. And then they come. You know what I had about? Did I tell you my story about a bunch of Thargoids? There were 3 of them. They yanked me out of hyperspace while I'm traveling between star systems. I'm in deep space. What do? They don't attack. They scan me and then surrounded me like in a elliptical formation, like just in a plane. They were all in the same sort of plane.
Just wanted to give you a scan.
And then they pointed outwards from me. Like they surrounded my ship, formed a triangle, and pointed outwards.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Their backs were to me. And the reason I know their backs were to me wasn't because I looked at them all, it's because I could scan them all with my brand spanking new Xeno scanner. So I was able to tell that they were all like pointed at me the wrong way. A2, HR 1185A2. We are 200 light seconds away and closing.
You might
170,
be, I think I passed it.
130.
Read the internet.
Okay,
Yeah, I shot way up off the solar plane.
well, just use my beacon.
Oh, I have it targeted.
Okay.
Is there a specific signal source on this planet we're looking for?
No, you'll see it the moment that you get. Like, if you switch over to your panel on your left side, and you'll see.
Oh, you're talking about the distress call. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna look. No, not the distress call. We're looking for What the hell?
It's gone.
It is gone. The ship disappeared.
Gone. Well, there's a distress call.
Well, let's look at that then. Where is it?
It's right next to the first planet. We didn't get shot at by Thargoids.
Maybe. Let's go look at that. Yeah, but this was at... Oh, okay, there it is. H1. Distress call. Yeah, go in there.
Oh, nice planet.
Yeah, that
Like
ship
Mordor.
is supposed to be in here, and it's not here.
Enormous lava flows.
That pisses me off. Okay. We're both at 22 light seconds. You're off now.
Holy cow, yeah, there's a wrecked interdictor here. Wow, there's a lot of wrecked ships here.
Really?
And a Thargoid. 2 Thargoids. Well, hello. Couple escape pods.
Okay, I'm in. Right next to you. Holy shit!
I'm targeting my escape route.
Majestic class battleship. Field neutralizer online.
They're not going to pulse us. They are going to start shooting at me in just a second here, though, because I'm targeting an escape pod. Most likely, anyway. You going to pick up the other one? Oh, shit.
I'm going to take your military plans. Hang on, I backed off. There was a there's a second Thargoid. It's on me. These are Cyclops class vessels.
Yeah.
Hang on.
This damn ship's always...
This is an Imperial fleet.
Yes. That much is quite apparent. Increase the speed limit on these stupid scopes. Interestingly enough, these guys don't seem very interested in me.
No, they don't. Tactical data.
What's the other stuff? I think it was, it's the escape pods, black boxes, and personal effect. Any black boxes?
What do we got here? I can't read this.
There's a black box. He's gonna scan me and get real pissed in just a second here.
Honesty pills.
Yeah, honesty pills. Charming, right?
Yeah, they're drugs. I love that.
Oh, they're like military drugs. They use them to make people, you know, tell the truth.
And they get you high. Oh wait, you're an American. Sorry. I shouldn't be talking about drugs with you. Tactical data.
Pretty sure we got everything.
No, I'm pretty sure the
value.
United States is very well acquainted with drugs, I think.
Yes, has a big problem with drugs.
Yeah, the problem is that they're illegal.
Oh, the problem is that a lot of people are dying from overdoses.
Well, if you had doctors, it would help you prevent doing that.
Oh, there's a Medusa here. I think he's leaving.
They took all the humans and they're gone. Did you take
No, I took, well,
Did you take into the performance the personal effects?
see any personal effects.
There's no personal effects here. I thought you said there were personal effects. Sorry.
Oh, I got 2 escape pods and a black box.
I got a black box. I didn't get anything else. So you took all the cool stuff.
Well, I mean, now I only have 1 unit of cargo space left. So
I know, but you don't get that.
I'm gonna go drop stuff off.
Don't worry about it. I'll live. I'm also already very well moneyed on that mission, so... Collect sector out of range. Where's our target? Is over here, 1.79. So what are these ships that we're looking at? This doesn't look like a Majestic. Oh yeah, that is a Majestic.
It is. Yeah, this thing's in surprisingly good shape, all things considered.
So...
This vessel looks imminently salvageable to me.
And these are support craft that are all destroyed.
Yep. Cutters and clippers, mostly.
So, why did the Empire...
Why they're grouped so closely together is the real question.
Yeah, they shouldn't be grouped this close together.
On space.
What we need is human players who are allowed to be...
Thargoids? This isn't Dark Souls. Calm down over there.
I keep thinking of this Empire being the one, like the one in Star Trek. In Star Trek Discovery right now, they've got like the Mirror Universe episodes on.
Oh, the Terran Empire.
The Terran Empire.
Been in Star Trek for a long time.
Yeah.
They always rear their ugly freaking heads sooner or later.
Oh, they were so sexually deviant in Deep Space Nine too. Like Kira was all dressed up in that like S&M outfit.
Yeah.
And she was like having sex with Cisco. Anyway, I love that. Explosives. Well,
I think Imperial ship design is a little bit too avant-garde.
It is very stylish.
They need to rein it in a little bit.
The Farragut is all business, right? You can tell, like, this is a battleship.
Very industrial.
Oh, hang on. I'm all tangled up here. The one big problem with the Oculus is that you get the wires all, like, you get all tangled up in these wires, so it's like you spin around.
That's funny.
Spin around in your chair, and yes, you can see
plugged in.
You can see behind you, unfortunately. There you go. I shine a bit of light on you.
Well, we've cleared this out for now, I mean.
Okay, let's go to the other planet. There's another planet. The other planet is planet 2. Wait, there's 1, 2, 3. 3 is the other one.
We're right by 1 and 2, aren't we?
Yeah, we're at 1 and 2 now. But if we go to planet 3, we might find the other one. Unless they pulled those ships away. But I'm pretty sure we're in the right star system. Mind you, it is hard to remember all this crap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. If not, we can always go to the... There's another star system right next door with the prison ship, so we can go there. Okay. Course laid in. Let's get the hell out of here.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1.
So maybe what happens with this distress call is they keep changing the ship that you get when you go in there after a while, like after it respawns. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay.
I was reading something.
I don't hear you, so...
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything, sorry.
That's A3. Okay, hang on. Or where are we going here? That's 2A, B2A. No, we want A3. A3. Confirm. A3 is behind this star. How inconvenient. Okay, here we go. At this range, we should be able to see it. There's another distress call here. Oh no, there's not.
See,
I don't see a ship here.
planet, USS, threat 7. Scary.
I don't see anything here. I can
There's nothing.
No. Okay, let's go to the next star system. I'm pretty sure that's still there. It's been there all week, so. Switching to galactic map. And we are going to HIP 17692.
Oh, 692, yeah, okay.
And we'll be going to planet 3 therein.
I know this place.
Yeah, this is where there's another lovely, lovely, lovely course set. And
Frameshift drive charging.
hyperspace engaged. 10 light years, here we go. Three, 2, 1.
Good planet, you said, huh? A3.
And if it doesn't work out, well, at least I... Oh no, we're being interdicted. I'm being interdicted. Hang on.
Thargoid's on you, huh?
Thargoids are on me. Field neutralizer engaged.
Yeah, there you go. That's what the field neutralizer is good for, I suppose.
It's still, it didn't field neutralizer. Hello? Hello?
I can hear you, can you hear me?
Yeah, but like my starship is dark. My spaceship is dark. The field neutralizer hasn't worked. It started to work, and then it stopped working.
Did you hold the charge?
No, I did not.
Yeah, field neutralizer, you've got to charge it. It has to be charged all the way up, and you have to hold it through their pulse.
I see, okay.
And it drains system power when it's charged quite rapidly, too, so you need to keep 4 pips in the system when you fire it.
Done. Reloading.
But they only pulse you once usually when they pull you over like that. They tend to only pulse you once and then they just let you go. They scan you and let you go.
Yeah.
People are gonna have a damn fit when they start attacking them during those interdictions.
Yeah, it was going to be a little bit more than inconvenient. I'm spinning around while maintaining momentum using my using that trick where I spin around. Thargoid, wait, he's taken off.
It's a good trick.
Flight assist.
It's called flight assist, that's what I'm referring to. Yeah, as soon as they see that you've got the field neutralizer, it's like they take off right away. They don't like it. I'm not scanning the wake.
Frameshift drive.
It's like, oh, you haven't scanned the Thargoid's wake, so you can't jump out of here. Oh, yes, I can. HIP 17692.
Yeah, you can do about whatever you want. I ignore those things most of the time.
Well, I was trying to see what had dropped behind me because it took off as soon as I used the field neutralizer. You were right. Okay, I'm in system now. Okay, we're going to planet 3.
Holy cow, yeah, this ship got attacked.
Yeah, this is what was in the other system before.
Prison ship got attacked.
Yeah, so don't take... Well, you can only take one of the escape pods, but...
There's a couple here. I'm gonna take one.
Take one, but guard the other one so I can take it.
Wow, I'm not gonna shoot at anybody overhead.
Well, you can blow up the escape pod, but don't.
I'm gonna do that.
Kill him!
Oops, shit. Sorry, buddy. It's a damaged escape pod now.
Yeah, just to spite someone else, you decide, aha, I'm gonna make you suffocate inside your fucking pod.
Oh, I totally bumped one. Totally bumped a pod. I picked it up. It went down to like 18% though.
Is it damaged?
It didn't switch to damage, no. I was just cracking a joke.
I'm just curious if it actually took damage.
Well, that'd be funny though, because then you could increase your payout if you just bumped every pod you ran across and turned it into a damaged one.
Give people incentives to suffocate them inside
That's
their...
totally something elite players would do, man.
That's
I don't know, man. You said guard the pods, right? Can I shoot at this harmless commander? Hey, you! Get out of here! These pods are for my buddy Narcissus.
Well, I don't give there's no other commanders around here right now, so... They don't come on till later, and then they camp this thing along with the star, and they... Oh!
What? Who the hell would camp this thing? Really? I guess they do it because of the people, like
yeah,
the guys here right now.
You get some...
There's a harmless... Yeah, there's a harmless commander and a DBX milling about right now.
Okay, 3, 2, 1... And we're in. But what I don't like is this. The moment you jump in, what happens? They put you right next to the prison ship.
You're right in front of it?
Yeah, so you jump basically inside the prison ship. Oh, hello everyone. I'm just like...
Massive.
I know, it's huge. Like, who the hell puts... How many prisoners did they put in here? There's probably room for like 25,000 prisoners in here. It's like a super max.
It's definitely big.
Flight assist off.
Oh, did you bump the ship? For some reason your shields are reading as offline.
No.
Also, you're flying away very fast.
Yes. But I've just stopped that.
Okay, I was gonna say, you looked like you just went like tumbling by. I was like, are you okay? I mean...
No. I put the, I did turn flight assist off and then...
You just go tumbling by, nose going every which way.
Someone hit me with a plasma, with a railgun. Okay, here we are.
Thrusters always blow me away. The thruster bells on these ships are just massive.
Oh, here's your drugs. Onion head. There you go.
Yeah, onion head. Non-lethal weapons. Hey, that's a good score.
You don't like drugs, eh? Well, here, I'll just get some of these. There's not much else.
If I had my choice, I'd probably take a crate of non-lethal weapons over a crate of onion head, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, but you're like anti-drug and everything, so. What? Hey, who the hell's here? He took my onion head.
Diamondback, I told you he was here, man.
Oh fuck! I thought you were kidding around.
No, I told you there was a Diamondback milling about. He's just got a really low heat signature because he's a explorer. He's probably rocking like 20% heat. Oh, he dropped it. That's funny. He's freaking out. He's all worried. Wait, you didn't shoot at him, did you?
No, collided with him though.
Wait, his ship just... Oh, he collided. Oh, you freaked him out. You big meanie. Look at you. You popped your
I didn't
weapons
do
and
anything.
everything.
I just collided with him by accident. It was like...
Are you sure you're not American? That was an expert use of the threat of violence.
Oh, dear Lord. Canadians are very diplomatic people.
Yes, apparently so.
Target shield deployed.
Yeah, we don't use weapons, we just sort of...
Point them at people, and things get done, yes?
Use our diplomatic prowess to...
Wow, look at these Type 7s with the glory. Type 7s with the interesting, like, rescue paint. That's pretty cool. They're like big ambulances. I gotta admit though, who in their right mind sends like a Type 7 as a like a rescue ship? I don't know. It's just like,
I don't know. What the hell?
I guess they're cheap and readily available. They can be fairly tough too, properly equipped. I love the bridge on the Type 7s. I used to fly a Type 7. Those things are just such flying bricks.
I think the Type 9 would be, but...
Oh, the Type 9 is a total brick too, but... I mean, the Type 7's even, like, rectangular like a brick is.
Programming liquid drone.
There we go. Basic medicines.
Emergency aid. Oh, shit, sorry. Ooh, I just barely missed hitting him. Freaked the poor guy out. Kind of upset there's nothing to scan here.
So he actually did drop the onion head.
Yeah, because you rimmed him. He thought you were gonna kill him for it. Poor guy.
He saw me, you know what? The other possibility is he saw me launching lipids and he didn't know what they were.
And I admit I did try and run it over, so that probably spooked him too.
So he said, enough of this, I'm just going to dump the cargo and go.
Hey, you should come check out where I am.
What are you doing?
Ah, cozy. The Thargoids will never get me in here.
What the hell is that? What is that thing?
What?
There's a white thing right next to you.
I don't know. What does it look like?
I don't know. I can't see it. There's a white thing.
Flight assist off. Collect liquid
And I can hear the metal in this ship ticking under stress. I mean, there's some containers near me.
Yeah, well, there we go.
Flight assist on.
You're further away now than you were, so something's going on here. Hang on.
Gonna play the game.
7.4.
Find the Viper.
Find the Viper in the prison. Are you in jail? You're in the detention center.
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Wow, look at all that corrosive crap.
This is hilarious.
Hi, did you find me? Can you slip your ship in here too?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty fucked up.
A little tight.
Well, we'll see. Computer.
Yeah, I don't know. You might be a little big. Give it a try, though. Nah, yeah, I think you're too big.
No, I got in here.
You can just barely stick your nose and you're gonna get stuck. Oh no. I'll have to bump you out. It's just your nose, though, I mean.
Yeah, but I can just do this. No, I'm in there.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Hey, how's it going?
I got a python to go in here. It's hilarious. Uh-oh.
Oh god, I'm sliding. What's happening?
Actually, there we go.
You're totally stuck, aren't you?
For the moment. No, I can still wiggle.
Alright.
Whoa.
Are you going reverse thrust?
I'm doing forward and reverse thrust alternating.
Yeah. Just go reverse. Go reverse and then wheel back and forth.
It's not working.
Drop your landing gear and while still under reverse and keep wiggling.
I'm putting the cargo.
No, the landing gear, not the cargo scoop. Trust me, it's the landing gear you want.
Now what do I do with this?
You wiggle. Keep wiggling.
Oh, I see.
The landing gear usually breaks you free.
Oh, that's neat.
And then pull it up again and then do it again.
That's hilarious.
Something about the collision mechanics. I've gotten stuck on a lot of planetary bases, and the landing gear trick is usually the only thing that saves me. I have the nasty tendency of enjoying flying very close to some things, although I'm having a difficult time with it tonight. But,
there is another way.
Night.
The other thing I can do is go back to the main menu.
Yeah, that would work, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on, keep wiggling!
No, that's just pointless, man. I only came in here because you said to come in here.
Hang on!
I knew this would happen.
Melodrama.
Well, what the hell happened to
Shit,
your
now I'm
shields?
stuck.
Yeah, your shields are all
Bumped
fucked.
into something, relax. I don't have a lot of shields, they're fake, alright? They're just a decoy.
Uh-huh. Here, I got a better idea. Watch this.
No, hold still. Yeah, go... What are you... My god, now I'm gonna get stuck.
Hang on.
Yep. Ah! Ow, why am I... Do I have... Oh. No, I don't have F... Oh, no. Oh, there he goes.
Now watch this. Start. Open play.
Yeah, that's not immersive.
There we go.
That doesn't count.
Oh!
You're back at the same exact spot. That's what you get. Oh, that's good. No, don't do anything. Just back out.
Back out. It won't back me out.
Landing gear, not hard points. Pop the landing gear. Keep the thrust backwards.
It is.
Are you using a throttle? There you go. See, I told you the landing gear trick works every time.
Why?
I've been doing this a long time. Trust me, I know a few tricks.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't have to. It just works.
It's a game. Whoa, what the hell? Someone's here.
It's me, you dolt.
Oh, you're not winged anymore. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
shoot
you're
him!
disconnected. You thought I was chasing you?
Well, you never know.
I mean, I was right in front of you.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's hilarious. I thought for sure it was gonna, like, respawn me somewhere else.
That was seriously funny, I have to say.
That was pretty
Man, it just makes me wonder if you really do get stuck somewhere, like, you're kind of screwed unless support can get you out, I mean, or if you're willing to easily buy it.
Yeah, you can always email Frontier and they'll take you and put your ship somewhere else, but that'll take hours, and why the hell would you want to do that? You have to wait till the next... Their support will respond within a day. I've actually had them credit me back a death, like a legitimate death.
Well, I'm gonna take this stuff to Black Mount.
Alright, I'll go there.
Since that's what we are doing here, after all, right?
Yep. Turn on your beacon and your lock, so I can follow you up.
Oh, you want to be lazy. You don't want to drop at 1 megameter. You want to drop at 10, don't you?
Hang on. In range, commander. Hang on.
That beacon is on.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, hey, it's the Aluminum Falcon. I've seen that ship before. Aluminium, actually.
Oh, you got aluminium?
No, the ship behind me is named the Aluminium Falcon.
Oh. There we go.
It's not spelled right. I'm just kidding. It's the British spelling.
Oh, it's fucking... Jesus. Hang on here, this goddamn thing.
Oh, an eagle. What the hell's an eagle doing out here? It always blows me away when people come out here with, like, freaking eagles.
Frameshift drive charging.
I flew an eagle for a while. Hey, look, a cobra. Oh, wait, is that the eagle?
Ah!
What happened?
My controller got stuck again. I can't do anything in the game when this happens. Come on! Hang on.
Go to keyboard overrides?
No, I got it. I just have to, like, make sure that... There we go.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage.
It didn't skip me ahead. It started to work and then it failed. Fucking goddamn nav lock doesn't work properly. Once you're too far away, you're just too far away. Where are you going?
Black Mountain.
Oh, you're at A4, okay.
Man, you're trickers. Novice pilot rocking that FSD interdictor in that K-Warren scanner. Could be heavily engineered, you never know.
Yeah, I'm watching it go run through all these targets. Commander Tickers, who's he? It's Commander Tickers. It's probably the guy we ran off the prison ship.
No, he's in a vulture.
Oh.
The guy we ran off the prison ship was, where is he? I don't know, actually. I forgot his name.
He's like taking off halfway across the galaxy now to get away from us.
Hey, look! Another Viper 4. No, he's probably used to it. Anybody who plays in open with a ship like that is used to getting attacked every once in a while. I mean, everybody who plays in open is used to getting attacked every once in a while. It's just the way it is.
Most of the open players are friendly, though. Like, only the Russians I've had real problems with. The Russians seem to attack me every bloody time they get... And I know it's them because, first of all, they're using names for craft that are, like, very Russian-sounding, or they have Russian names that I don't recognize as English. And...
Interesting.
And they're also logged in at a time of night when it's, like, midday or early evening in Russia, so... Oh.
There you go. Now you should be able to drop on that beacon. Oh, never mind. The Flying J.
I'm under attack, eh? Who's attacking? Who dares? Well, whoever they aren't very good because...
Yeah, it's probably an NPC.
NPC, yeah. Where'd your icon go?
I'm at the base. It's the asteroid base.
Oh, you're at the asteroid base. Okay. Here's asteroid base, Black Mountain orbital locked. Aha! Holy shit, there's like 50 ships here.
Wow. They gave me a large pad, or a medium pad. It's so roomy.
Yeah, you can get out and do laps around your.
I probably could. I'm gonna go check out the bay in this big ass. Wow, it's loud too. Living the high life. Get the medium pad for my Viper. Love it. This was probably supposed to be your pad.
No.
Have fun landing on mine.
No.
So roomy down here. Really could get out and do laps.
Right. Weak signal. Wing signal. It says you have a weak signal. What does that mean?
Weak signal? I've never seen that before in this game.
I'm kidding. It's the wing signal.
The weak signal? What is this? Friggin' Mech Warrior? Friggin' ECM or some shit?
Your signal's weak. Eh. Aha! I'm here.
19,000 credits for one damaged escape pod. 16,000 for 2 occupied escape pods. You pay more for corpses in this universe than live people.
Remember, they're probably not dead, they're just suffocating slowly. So you're probably making them suffer, but they're probably still alive and they'll have memories.
Well, I mean, turning it in solves that problem.
Yes, but they'll still have suffering.
Oh my god, I hate this UI. They've got so many bugs they need to track down.
It's the world. If you were a god, do you have any idea how many bugs you'd have to like work out?
But the UI is one of the most important parts of the game. So to have your menu UI just randomly lock up when you're in like a station or something, and the only fix is to log out and log back in, it's pretty goddamn annoying.
Yeah. Actually, I have detected some bugs in reality, and they're very annoying. Because,
bugs, huh?
well, I mean, you know, if the sky suddenly just disappears and there's no atmosphere around your planet anymore, you can't breathe. So, it's inconvenient, to say the least. Holy shit, look at how many people there are in here.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Yeah, everyone's in here, though. Well, not everyone.
Very surprisingly non-violent ships, too.
Until Ross's Anaconda shows up. Aha.
Yeah, well.
Commander Trium and his Anaconda. Okay. And now...
Contact, thrusters offline, deploying ground services.
This is hilarious. Someone threatened me on my way into the starbase.
Now they're just sitting there, right?
Yeah, I was looking for my next target and I found him. It's you, Commander. It's obviously NPC text, but I don't think they're going to be shooting at me as I'm trying to dock. That will earn the wrath of the starbase, which against one commander is not really a contest. Okay. Mission. Mission. It's time for missions. Missions. Aha! You win.
Missions.
4 million credits. Yay! And friendly reputation with the Pleiades Resource Enterprise.
Wow, look at these freaking scan missions. 2.8 million? Ridiculous.
I know, that's why I'm here. I keep taking these gigantic missions because I've got like friendly relationships with 3 of the factions and they're all offering scan missions. So you just go and do them. And if you want, you can have a passenger. And the passengers don't pay as well, but they pay pretty good still. Well, unless, of course, you're going to Colonia, then passenger on your way to Colonia will pay well. Though I think you should be allowed to like charge as much money as you want for a passenger.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to Colonia, eh? Well, that's pretty long distance, and the mass of your body plus all the crap you want to bring with you is going to cost me another 4 million credits, so I'll just up that to the base count here, and plus if you're with the Empire and you want to take all your slaves with you, well, they have to go in the cargo hold. I've got friends who didn't want me to join the Empire in the game because of the slavery thing.
Oh, well, you can just join Isling Duval's side then.
Have you heard? But have you heard about how Imperial slaves are treated? They're like an institution, right? They're like, it's not, you can sell yourself into slavery and buy your way back out again.
It's their social security network. It's their social security safety net. Yeah,
right. It's
basically
not.
Is what it is.
It's they're calling them slaves, but they're really not slaves in the traditional sense. There are slaves you can get, like ordinary slaves, who you can do all kinds of terrible things to. But slaves, Imperial slaves in the Empire have rights, and you can't. I mean, yeah, under the law they have slightly different rights than a citizen, but they're not treated like crap necessarily. Probably not, actually. The Empire is fairly wealthy. I mean, Christ, it's the 34th century. Or the 35th century, I beg your pardon.
Pretty cutthroat out there, though. So.
Yeah, it's true. But you'd expect the social innovations to be a little bit more sophisticated than what we have here in the 21st century. But maybe not. Maybe things go, into a downhill slide after Trump, and it's just all over. It's entirely possible. You'll know it's a signal when Trump announces that he's reinstituting slavery, claiming how he's not a racist.
That would be a little bit far even for Trump.
Oh my goodness. He's quite a character. At first I thought he was just going to be a bad president who would run the presidency like television, but now I think he's just he's either senile, crazy, or evil. I can't decide which.
Maybe a little bit of everything.
He's not as bad as Adolf Hitler, but that's not saying very much at all, since Hitler is pretty much universally regarded as the worst human being who ever lived. What are we doing now again?
I don't know. I was just chilling out.
Hang on, what time is it here? It's 9:33. Okay, I'm gonna log out right now. There are some television shows I like to watch.
Alright, well, I can't guarantee I'll still be here. I try and get in bed at a decent time these days, but
yeah, so do I.
Fine with you.
Yeah. Will you be on tomorrow?
See you next time.
Will you be on tomorrow?
Oh, maybe. We'll see. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably at least a little.
What do you do for a job in the real world?
Oh, I'm an engineer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
No, which kind of engineer?
Well, technically mechanical, but I just do mostly CAD drafting, unfortunately.
It doesn't sound too bad. I'm a software. Some people call me a software engineer, although I don't have the ring, so I'm not really an engineer. Like, I didn't graduate from a faculty of engineering, but
there's no such thing. I mean, there's no such thing as the whole ring thing in the U.S., but
oh, okay.
if you want to go apples to apples, I mean, I did graduate from an ABET, they call it, ABET accredited school with a full engineering degree, but
Oh, then you do have the ring.
not like it did me a whole lot of freaking good.
They don't give you rings anymore in American engineering school?
They never did. No, they never really did.
So that's a British thing that was carried over into Canadian tradition.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no, in Canada, there's bodies, like regulatory bodies, like if you're an architect or if you're a rocket engineer or something like that, you have to have graduated, and then you have the ring, of course, and all these other requirements that I don't have because I'm a self-made software engineer. I only have a philosophy of AI course from university, so I did graduate from a 4-year program, but it's in artificial intelligence. Which doesn't get used, but I'm hoping it'll get used at some point. And in philosophy and history, so it's humanities outside of that. And then, of course...
Yeah, it's all regulational garbage, though.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, all the licensing and whatnot's just regulational stuff.
Yeah, they're asking... Software doesn't... The problem with software is there's no standards, right? There's like different vendors, different competing technologies, so the standardization really hasn't happened for us the way it has in some fields. And I'm sure in your line of work, there's probably standards to follow, whereas we don't really.
There are, but unfortunately, there's quite a lot of them. So. Yeah. Not everybody follows the same standards.
Yeah, well, we have standards too, technically, but no one follows them at all, ever. So. Anyway, okay. Yeah. We'll hopefully run into each other again. I'm hoping to see you on tomorrow. If not, I'm usually logged in on the weekends, so I'd love to play again.
Me too. Well, see you around.
Okay, take care. Righto. All right, everyone, that's it for at least a little while, possibly tonight. This is Commander Trium signing off once again. Have a good night, good day, or good afternoon, wherever you are.